People go to Israel to walk where Jesus walked. That's one of the big draws, and there's just so much more there. But travelers often ask their guide, did Jesus walk here? Like right here? Did he walk right here? Can I take a picture of my feet and see that Jesus walked right here? Oftentimes honest guides will say to him, come with me. And he'll go to a precipice or that's guarded by a fence, and he'll point to some rocks about 30 feet down, and he'll say, look down here. Yeah, you see those stones? Yeah. Well, Jesus maybe he walked where those stones are, 30 feet down. Maybe. We don't know for sure, but this is where he may have walked. Probably there, not here. 30 feet below the surface that you're standing on. Yeah, that person begins to realize that, wow, there's a lot of life has passed over this land in the last 2,000 years. Lots of sand and windstorms and rubbles and numerous wars. At Megiddo, for instance, the archaeologists have said that there's like 22 different civilizations uncovered now through their through their excavations, and perhaps more to come. And often with first-time visitors or travelers, there's a twinge of disappointment because they really wanted to go exactly where Jesus walked. Now, there are some places that you can go where it's exactly where Jesus walked. There's places like Magdala. Magdala is where Mary Magdalene came from, and and we know that those were the streets that Jesus walked on, and the disciples. They are exactly the same streets you're walking on. The city has been incredibly preserved from the first century. In fact, even the broken Roman pillars that they used in the Jewish rebellion, probably around 70 AD, they're still there. They're still in place, blocking the street from impending doom of the Romans coming. And the orders to put them there were probably given by Josephus himself. And so we know that Jesus walked these streets. It's the same streets you're walking on. Jesus walked these streets, and he taught in that very synagogue, the ruins of which you can walk in. That's really incredible. And then there's the southern steps in Jerusalem, where these were the only steps that were really used to go up to the Temple Mount in Jesus' time. So he would have had to walk up those stairs. Now there's some newer stairs covering some of them, but there's also some original ones there, and you can stand there and you can walk there and you can go, oh man, Jesus walked right here. But best one for me, the Sea of Galilee, because he walked on the Sea of Galilee. Jesus walked right there. As Chuck Swindoll in one of his devotionals says, there's no way to build a church over that. There's no pile of rubbish. There's no stack of debris, no rocks for people to kiss. All the stuff of tradition and religious veneer, it's absent, conspicuously absent. It's just water. The Sea of Galilee is the same surface that Jesus, and don't forget old Peter, walked on that night or that early morning in the fourth watch of the night. And when you're on one of those boats, owned by Captain David Carmel, and you stop in the middle and you worship in the Sea of Galilee, you see what he saw. You see the same shores. The topography is about the same as it was back then, and it's amazing feeling just to be there where they were, to see what they saw, and to figuratively walk where Jesus walked. Now, when people walk into a church, the building, not the people, they should encounter Jesus. They should encounter the church, the people, not the building, and Jesus in the people, which is the church. They should literally taste and see and say, wow, God is in this place. God is good. Through the word that's preached and through the wonder of worship and the warmth of the fellowship. Often they encounter something different, though, unfortunately, and they have an intense feeling that they should just run away. Do you know where Jesus walked today? I'll tell you. Jesus walked today at Save-On Foods, in Freshco, at 7-Eleven, at Kenko. He walked downtown in the streets of Birch Avenue, Cedar Street, Evergreen. He walked in your home, in the hallways, in your garage, in your shop. Because Jesus is right where you are, and he walks where you walk. Have you ever walked into a grocery store and you're just going to pick up a few items and somebody comes up to you and just kind of unloads on you? Well, that's because Jesus is in you. You shine like stars in the universe. As you hold up the word of life, you shine. It's his nature to shine through you like a city on a hill. And so when people unload on you, it's because you have Jesus in you and he's walking where you're walking, wherever that might be. Now that's, you thought you only came in there just to get some lettuce. And look what happened. You should think again. Jesus walks where you walk. That's worth pausing and thinking about. Selah.